What's up everyone, this is your boy Chris back with another reptile video. In today's video is going to be a simple tips on how we keep our hatchlings for Red Eyed Crocodile Skinks. So if you have a pair of Red Eyed Crocodile Skinks and recently your Red Eyed Crocodile Skinks laid an egg and they hatched out and you don't know like what to provide and what to set up for your skinks, this is a video for you, so definitely watch this video till the end. But I want to just shout out to the Spectrum Theater for asking me these good questions. So let's start wasting our time, and I hope this video helped you. And if you have any other questions, leave me a comment down below. But let's get into it. Oh, and before I go ahead and share this information, so for my hatchling Red Eyed Crocodile Skinks, I keep them all in my rec system. So it may be a little bit different when it comes to the enclosure, but the things that you put in the enclosure is all same. So you don't have to worry about it. But if you do have a rack system, this is a perfect way to just copy everything and basically have it in your tub enclosure. But if you don't, if you are thinking about putting in a different enclosure, you can just simply follow this simple steps and you're pretty much all set, all ready to go. So let me turn around the camera and give you guys a full vision on how it actually looks. So if you give me a couple seconds, I'll show it to you guys. All right, so this is basically a setup for my hatchling Red Eyed Crocodile Skinks. You can see this is very simple. I just placed 2 hides, water bowl, and a food dish for them to eat whenever they're hungry. And for the water bowl, I don't really recommend having something that is super deep. I will have something that they can just soak their body up to that height, which is like maybe like 0.5 inch, but I'll show you guys that right here. So this is pretty much about the same height as a food dish. That's something that I would recommend because they could drown if it's too deep. The substrate that I use is basically same as the others, which I use Eco Earth. And this is the coconut hides, and this is cork. And coconut hides is not made with 100% coconut. It's somewhat made with the raisin. And it's been working really well for the other sides in hatchlings, so I've been using this since the beginning. But anyway, I will basically put this in our rec system, which I did show you in a couple of previous video where it has all the temperature set up in there, so I don't really need to worry about the temperature part. But if you're just thinking about putting in a separate enclosure with the glass, something that is made with a glass, then I would recommend putting like a heat pad on the side, on the wall, for them to get the heat source when it's too cold. They don't really need a lot of heat. If your room temperature is somewhere between 70 to 80, you don't really even need the heat mat. And if it's above 80, it's going to be too hot for them and it will stress them out and they will die eventually if they're too stressed out. So just keep the temperature between 70 to 80. And if your room temperature is around those temperature, you don't really need anything. You just need this hides, water, food, and just the lid to cover it up. One last thing that I want to give you is that if your egg or if your hatchling hatched out in the enclosure and your Red Eyed Crocodile Skinks was in there, like your mother or its dad was in there all together, then you don't really need to separate them out. You can just have them all together because for some reason, Red Eyed Crocodile Skinks, they have like a maternal love where they do take care of their children's. So if you were keeping your eggs in the enclosure and it hatched out from there, or somehow like one random day you found this hatchling in the enclosure, just keep it in there together. They'll take care of it. And one thing is that since they're small, this is like a 6-month-old. So that's a little bit bigger, and that's the baby size, which is super small. They can't really eat like crickets or dubia roaches that you're feeding to other size. So I would recommend having some kind of like small size mealworms that you can find in the reptile shop, and they will do perfect with that insects. that's pretty much it. And don't give them a super big enclosure because they don't move a lot. They usually spend most of their time in the hides like this. So if you have a super big enclosure with just one baby hatchling, they will it will eventually stress them out somehow because they like to have everything closed with like water and food source all close together so that they can eat whenever they need to eat and drink whenever they need to drink. So keep everything together like in a short distance so they can get all these resources right in time. So always get some kind of smaller size. It could be smaller than this if you have one, but I just have like 2 per each tub. So I will go with this size. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I hope this helped you. And if you have any other questions, leave me down in comments. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys the differentiation between the male red-eyed crocodile skink and white-eyed crocodile skinks. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be released on Thursday. So I will see you guys there, and just keep giving me all these contents because it makes me a lot easier to create a content to help you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Gecko.